All right. So my title today, before I step out and get this day started, I saw a video. It's about these kids today. No respect. I saw yesterday, and I kind of slept on it because it bothered me because I deal with the youth in the community and whatnot. And 16-year-old son, this guy's 16 years old, and he threatens his mama. He treats her bad. There's videos where he puts his hands on her. She's begging for help because she don't know what else to do. Out of control. I'm gonna play this for you. I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna play this so you can hear it and see it for yourself. Same shit with you. It's the same shit with you. Okay, well, I'm gonna try it again.
Why are you running up on me like that? Why are you running up on me like that? You are too young to be acting like that.
So what?
You know what? I'm gonna call the police.
Call whoever you want
I'm gonna call the police. You better stop grabbing my phone. You better stop grabbing my phone like you grown. You better stop grabbing my phone like you grown. Yes, I can put you out.
Like I said, I'm gonna go do what I want to do. This is my house.
What?
I help pay the bills, and I don't care.
What bills you help pay?
Mom, you can't.
What bills did you help pay?
You my mama. I'm your son. You can't tell me where to go.
It's a mass
If you're
mistake.
gonna run up on me like that, you're gonna get up out of here. And you're gonna be acting like this. Why are you going to sleep with a ski mask on?
So why'd you post me on social media? Talking about.
What you mean why I post you on social media? Because look how you act.
It's for real.
This is for my protection and for my safety. It's for my protection and my safety.
Get back.
Ain't no get back. I'm not getting back. I'm not getting back. I'm not getting back.
Everything on spinning these blocks.
You better get back.
What?
You better get back.
What?
Every day is the same shit with you.
So, wow. And that's one, and then a little later that day.
Grandma, she can put her hands on your
she
shoes.
can't.
Yes, she can. You gotta go. I don't know what you doing.
Who y'all think y'all is?
You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta
He
go.
put his hands on his mama.
Yes, you is. Because you ain't gonna be in here putting your hands on
me.
You gonna put your hands on your grandma? She your grandma. She can put her hands on your shoes.
She can't.
Yes, she can. You gotta go. I don't know what you doing.
Who y'all think y'all is?
I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who you think you are.
You can't put me nowhere.
I'm gonna put you out. I'm not playing. Because how you gonna put your hands on my mama?
Tell her old self stay out the way.
Oh, she old, but you putting your hands on her. You just pushed her all the way down. Come on, man. Look how hard you just pushed her.
Okay, I can't watch any more of this. That, especially to the elderly, that irks my nerves bad. But you know what? The problem today is, number one, I'm gonna start with the government. You know, when they pass these laws, and I'm not gonna put it all on the government though. They pass these laws, you can't discipline your kids. Well, don't work in my house, buddy. It didn't work in my house. My kids got disciplined, and for that, look at the actions. I got disciplined, and for that, look at me today. So you tell them they can't discipline their kids, and then you got those parents who, when those kids are little bitty things, I tell him he don't let him do nothing wrong. He can't do nothing wrong. And then you don't want nobody to correct them. You don't want anybody telling them nothing. The teacher can't call you and tell you that the kid is giving trouble because, not my child. No, not my child. And then that child turns 16. And I'm not saying that's the case in this video. That child turns 16. And now he's ready to terrorize the household because you built that. But you see, when you plant that you got that oak tree growing and it's small, you could put some sticks or whatever you want on stakes on the side of it and keep it straight, and you could tie it and do whatever you got to do to help it grow straight the way you want to, because if you don't, it's going to lean or whatever direction it wants to go in when you want it to go straight up. So as that oak tree begin to grow and begin to get stronger and it starts that lean, you can't come with stakes and try to push it now because you didn't let that thing get to a certain age. And now what has happened is you allow these kids, you don't discipline them, you don't do anything with them, and you allow them, and that's not, again, I'm not speaking for all cases, but you allow them to get to do what they want. See, when they start, right now, my little one, she got this thing every now and then. I listen to how she talks to her mother. She's a sweetheart. She don't mean any harm. She's just thinking that she's answering a certain way. Don't sound right. Hey, what did you say? and we own it. Even though it's innocent and she don't know any better, or she don't realize that, hey, this is rude, or this, you got to teach them. And I got this thing with her. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And you do that now. So then when she's 16, you're going to get yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Now listen, there's cases where you do everything you can right. And then they get with the wrong crowd, or they build themselves a certain way and they become that way. But what I'm getting at is today, the kids are completely out of control. It's to the point that even if you call the police, their hands are tied. There's nothing that they can do. You can't just throw them out if they're minor. You can't just do certain things, but they can terrorize your house. They can fight you, break everything in the house. So your hands are tied. Then that little rascal go out in the streets and do something crazy. And as much as trash, this little boy here talking all this trash, let me tell you something. Calling his grandma old, swinging on his mama. No, buddy, you lost your mind. You have lost your mind. If that would have been one of my sons, they would be toothless today. Oh, you'd lock me up, but I promise you, he not smiling and talking trash to nobody when I get through. I said it. He would be toothless. If I would have done that to my parents, it would have never got that far. I remember my dad at one time, I didn't even do nothing wrong, but I guess my eyes wouldn't, I don't know. And in the middle of the conversation, look at me like that again and say, huh? I didn't even know how to look for a minute. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that experienced that, because they didn't allow any type of disrespect. And they laid that on the foundation. No disrespect. None. That was the ground rules from the jump. So as you become 15, 16 years old, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, people say, your children are so polite, Miss St. Julian. You doggone right we were. Because if we wouldn't, it was on and popping. And that's okay. That's the way it should be. But the government, they come with these laws because of people that don't know how to discipline. Yeah, I got it. You deal with them, but you don't tell people that they can't discipline the kids. The teachers can't raise their voice anymore in the classroom. The poor teachers have no control in that classroom if these kids get out of hand, because they can't do this and they can't do that, and you can't point at the kids, and you can't raise your voice, and you can't. But little Johnny can disrupt the classroom. You call his parents. Well, somebody must be aggravating him. No, get your tail over here. Come see about your child before you end up with an Angola. Before his residence become Angola. Parents, we have to raise your child. Raise our own children is what I'm saying. Raise your child. Don't expect the teacher to raise him. Don't expect everybody else and everywhere else he goes to get raised, the coach, everybody. You're the parent. If you're a single parent, then do the best that you can and get your brothers, your uncles, or somebody else involved to help you if the father is just no good and gone. But you have to do that. Raise your child. Man, listen. I get a phone call. Hey, your son did this at school today. You want to come handle that? I'll be there right after school. And it got handled. It got handled. Why? Because if you didn't, and you let those things slide, that kid will keep going and then turn into something else. Now, there are parents, like I said, who have done the very best that they could in raising their child and doing the best they can, and the children still grow up and build themselves a certain way to do certain things. But this video was disturbing because this young man, first of all, he's sleeping with a mask on his face. That's disturbing right there. That makes me question some mental things. Okay, but whatever is going on in there, sometimes some of these kids are growing with anger and growing up with things, and they begin to lash out when they get older. I know there's a lot of things out there, but with all the things that are out there, mine not right here. But I'm going to tell you one of the problems. Yeah, there's some kids need certain things and this and that, but everything is not about a pill. Okay? Everything is not about a pill. Sometimes you got to take that belt. Handle your business. No, Mr. St. Julian, don't say that. Mr. St. Julian, I might lose followers. It's okay. I can't believe you would lead and you would talk about that discipline. But you're the same one scrolling through Facebook and you see the news, 16-year-old shot killed somebody. They need to raise their children. Be quiet. I said the nice way. Be quiet and just listen sometimes. Y'all want to know why things are out of control? Come on, parents. We shouldn't be on social media saying, help me with this child. Okay? Because when it's 5 and 6, tap that little leg. Get a little older. Even the Bible says foolishness is in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction will draw it far from him. Or that foolishness coming out. That foolishness coming out. He also said, don't spare the rod. But also children need to understand, in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 says, honor your mother and your father so your days may be long on this earth. Let's stop right there. Let's think about what I just said. Honor, that means respect, obey, your mother and your father. So your days may be long on this earth. They down at 15, 16, 17. I wonder why. Now, I'm not saying all of them are disrespectful. Some are innocent bystanders and certain things. But what I'm saying is the young people are dying early. And there's no respect. No respect. Guys, I got to get off here. I got to get to work, but we got to. We have to. We have to raise our children. Catch them. That's why you have people like myself and Josh Hetman and Chris and Lawrence Levi and so many of us that's out here in the community working together to get our kids, working together to catch them before it's too late. Get them involved in some type of sports. Get them involved in some things and let them get involved in the community. Don't let them go hang out there with Lil Johnny or somebody named Crook, Nuck, and all that. No. Let him get some friends and get him around some people, get him involved with people that's doing positive things. And if he happens to have a coach that's really good, like my brother and a bunch of those other guys that's out there, they're going to work with him. They're going to reach out to him, and they might get something, be able to reach him. Then you have people like myself and Chris and Josh and so many others and Lawrence, and we get out there and we do our thing, and we come in and reach them from a different level. Then you get some help because it takes a village. It takes a village. Stop letting young boy G, whatever his name, and all of the rest, I don't know all the names out there, letting them raise your children. Stop letting them teach your children. Pow, pow, chicka, chicka, wigga, wigga, whatever. Stop. Stop letting that happen. Father, step up. Hey, son, put that gun down. You don't need a gun. Let daddy talk to you about something. And tell him your life, not in a bragging way. That, hey, look, daddy been through these things. Daddy used to run the streets. I sold crack. I did such and such. But listen, I caught my head, son. I saw what was happening to my friends. Be an example. Let them know where you come from. Quit acting. You know what, dads? Pick your pants up, put them around your waist so your son can pick his up and put them around the waist. One of my sons never pierced his ears. And when you talk to him about it, I never saw my daddy with his ears pierced. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was a perfect dad, Mr. Fell down from heaven dad and did nothing wrong and made no mistakes. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you still be that example, and they will follow that example. They will follow that example. I'm speaking to some kids on Sunday morning at another church in Carencro. And this is what we have to do. I could be going and saying, hey, I can't do it because I have to be in church with my family. It's going to put me a little late for service, or even if I can make it. I'm not sure how long this program works. But if you chose me and asked me to do it, I'm there because I love your kids as much as I love mine. I don't want mine in a casket. I don't want to see yours in a casket. So anything that we can do to help and do for these kids, let's do it. That video troubled me, man. And you know what? It's like how many other mothers, single mothers or single fathers or even both parent households are dealing with a situation like that. I've experienced some things. My wife experienced some things. Some of you have experienced some things. You know, when you're raising kids, you're going to experience things. I got kids, they're grown now, but we have to experience some things with each one. They're all different people, and every parent is going to experience something, but it's not about what happens, but it's how you handle what happens and correct the situation to get them in the right place. Because you were a kid one day. I was a kid one day, and I'm not going to say their names, but I saw my buddy and his dad drinking beer with his two sons, and I'm like, man, their daddy let him drink a beer, man. My dad don't let me drink no beer. My daddy not that cool. I thought my dad was strict because they get to do what they want to do. And those two guys did what they wanted to do. And they drank the beer with their dad on the weekends. You want to hear the sad story? All three of them are doing time with their daddy. That's something to think about. I thought that was the coolest thing to do. Let me do what I want. Let me drink a beer with your dad. Let me do this. Know where I'm at with mine? In church. Know where I'm at with mine? Hard worker just like he is. A go-getter. Don't let nothing stop me. Raise your kids, take care of your families, do that. That's where we at. You go check with his boys. That's where we at. Okay? Because we had an example. Everybody don't always have those examples. That's why I said uncle, aunt, neighbor, cousin, friend. Let somebody step in and help. It takes a village, y'all. We got to pray for our children. These kids are out of control. Out of control. And the graveyard is full of them. The jails, juvenile detention center, overflowing, full of them. It's sad, y'all. But we got to pray for them. I hope to see less and less videos like that and more success stories. Hey, I was a kid who was unruly 2 years ago, but man, I listened to my parents and I realized I was wrong, and now I'm in school and I'm doing this. That's the videos I want to see. I challenge you. I'm going to do this. I get this from Lawrence Levi. This is something I heard him say, and it really touched me. Everybody, you get a chance today. You get a chance. Let them know you love them. Let them know that we're a village. See a kid, let them know you care about him. Wish him well. Encourage him. That's the challenge today. Y'all have a blessing.